I walked into the back of the shop the other day and I was like, hey, Grayson, check this out. And he's like, I don't know what that is. I was like, it's a chronograph. He's like, I don't know what that is. I was like, it measures how fast things go. And he's like, so you can measure how fast I get out of here? And I was like, that was a very bad joke. Today we're reviewing the cheapest chronograph I could find on Amazon. And if you don't know what a chronograph is, it does measure how fast things go, kind of like a radar gun, but instead of shooting things with it, you shoot things through it, and it tells you how fast it goes, like an arrow or a bullet. Today we're going to test some arrows and see how this chronograph works. This chronograph comes with the grapher itself, 4 pulls to light up things, 4 screws, and then it also comes with an extra pull, extra light up thing, a couple screwdrivers, and an extra screw. Now the main thing I want to test with this chronograph is 1, does it work? And number 2, how easy is it to use? I've used only one other chronograph before, which works well. However, the only issue with it is that it needs direct sunlight or a lot of light for it to work. This one's advertised that it can be used in like a dim room, but maybe doesn't work in direct sunlight. So I'll test that inside, test it outside, see if it works in direct sunlight, and see what we can do. I do like that it comes with a couple of extra pieces. However, when it's like extra pieces like this, not just like a screw, then it makes me think they expect it to break. And so I don't know about that, but we'll see how it works. Hopefully it works great. Now that I think about it, I think they gave extra ones of these because this is so small, just in case you shoot it. Then you've got a replacement. That makes more sense. Not that they're expecting it to break, but they're expecting you to maybe break it. A phone call? Should I take it? Maybe I should. Hey Scotty, this is Kasdan.
Hey, how's everything going?
On this guy, there is a difference between the right and left. You can see it's marked. The left side's got these little bumps. If you don't line those up, it's not gonna work. So make sure you put the right on the right for both of these, and then hopefully it will work. Got AA batteries I already added in here. Let's turn it on. Oh, this is called a velocimeter, not a chronograph. High percentage shooting velocimeter. Guess that means it measures velocity. How do I change from feet per second? Okay, so I think I might have done it wrong. You know, I told you these two like little nubs need to go on the same side. Well, I think it's left and right from the front, not from the back. So I think I need to flip these around real quick. Let's see if it lights up. Haha, now it lights up. That's what we're talking about. See, I think. So I think to do FPS, you gotta turn it on as soon as it says FPS, then click that. Boom, now we're at FPS. It's kind of a little race. You gotta be quick with it. Now we're ready. Now this does have a screw hole here on the bottom, which will be nice to put on a tripod or something of that sort. Now one thing I noticed before I even take a shot on this is that the space that it gives to get through is a lot smaller than the other chronograph I've used. I've only used one other, so can't speak to a lot, but there's not a lot of space here. How funny would it be on my first shot if I just blew up the screen? 148.6. 152. So it gives that decimal point. It seems very precise. I have no clue if it's actually precise. 153. Let's try carbon arrow. It should be a little faster because it's lighter. Awesome. It seems to be working great. No errors. Let's see if it'll read in the sunlight. 155. Looks like we might have had an error on that one. 156, which that wood one did fly a little bit sideways. I wonder if that was the reason for the error. It's quite a bit slower. All right, so I've tested this guy inside and outside, and really interesting, it works both inside and outside. I only had an error on one, and that one, the arrow flew real sideways. And so I think that was the cause for the arrow. But the speeds from the inside were about 5 to 10 feet per second faster than the speeds outside. And I took like at least 10 shots inside and 10 shots outside. The average of the wood arrow outside was like 149, and then inside like 152, 153. And then the carbon arrow was like 155 outside and like 165 inside. So I don't know if that has to do with the color of the arrows. I don't know why it changes, but I wonder which one's accurate, if it's the direct sunlight or indirect. My hunch is that it's the indirect. Yeah, I saw some recommendations of putting a shade over it to keep the direct sunlight off. So I'm wondering if in light like this, it works better than in direct sunlight. Some other features that this guy has is it's got a port here on the side where you can plug in directly to a wall, so you don't have to use AAA battery or AA batteries, or you can also plug it in directly to your phone. As soon as you turn it on, if you hit one of these arrows, then you pop up the 8. That's how many seconds the reading is going to be displayed after you do it. So you can go up to 20 seconds. Okay, for joules, you turn it on, then you wait till it says SU, then you hit it. Now you can set the gram weight, and then once you set the gram weight of the bullet, then you hit this button, and it's set. Good to go. I'm assuming that's for bullets. All right, in recap, honestly, this thing works pretty well. The one thing that is a little iffy is switching between direct sunlight and not direct sunlight. But I think as long as you don't switch between those, you'll have pretty consistent readings. And for my purposes, I think that's going to work great because I'm mostly using this to compare things side by side, not necessarily to get the actually what it is. Although that would be nice too. Okay, it says if sensors of the speedometer are exposed to direct sunlight and fluctuating shadows, the accuracy of the speedometer will be affected. So it says, I think it's both, direct sunlight and fluctuating shadows. So I think you want a consistent shadow over this to keep it consistent. So doing it inside or having an umbrella or something that doesn't change, because I'm assuming this uses light to measure speed somehow. That's crazy. Yeah, so just consistent lighting and good to go. Seems like it works good for me. This costs 37 bucks, so as far as price goes, pretty good. Now we can do some tests I've been hoping to do. Testing recurve versus longbow, testing wood versus carbon arrows. If you'd like to see some more details about this product, the link is in the description. And if you need anything traditional archery related, that's what we're here to help people do, is enjoy more archery. So feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to help in any way we can. Shatterproof Archery, stay shatterproof.